Hi Tea Society, welcome back to the Antisocial Planet, and today we are getting to some more Tower of God Webtoon, and again, kind of going into this somewhat excited, somewhat optimistic, because we are starting the Slayer nominee death match thing, which should put me on edge, and don't get me wrong, I am stressed about it. But I feel somewhat optimistic because at least all of the players are coming together again. I thought we were going to be separated in training for a lot longer, but we went through like the majority of the month in this whole like suspension of dealing with our inner thoughts and whatever that Bomb was going through. So it wasn't quite as long of a journey to get to this point as I thought it might be. But, you know, we got everyone who's sort of like in the same place, including Lady Yuri getting thrown into the mix. We have some like different alliances that we got going on. I thought there was going to be more of a united front behind Hoaqin, but it seems there are already tons of like fissures in that. He doesn't seem to have anyone who is legitimately loyal to him. So that makes me like a little more optimistic going into this. I'm also hopeful that Bomb has, through his journey of the soul, gotten to a point where perhaps he can use some of the power that he has gotten in a way that is safe and is not going to make him pass out and is going to help us on this. Perhaps, maybe. Lots of maybes into this, but overall optimistic, which is quite nice. It's a nice little change. Will it last? No, probably not. Look at us starting off with this hero shot. Let's go. Just in time. Fashionably late. Oh, I don't like the way that he's talking to her. Yeah, remember you're like, he's not that powerful. Yeah. Ooh, we got a new title. I guess because it's not a month anymore. Look how excited she is. Yeah, we can't interfere. Remember, we agreed to that. Yeah, you're not supposed to be here. It's illegal. And we promised we would not intervene. That's why we were allowed to stay. We were just here to see if he's alive. That's the only permission we got. Not that Lady Yuri is like great about getting permission to do stuff. So like we may deviate anyway, but that's, you know, not without causing some kind of incident. Hasn't changed at all. He's changed quite a bit, quite a bit. But also we're not in the same room. So I guess like maybe some of that is just like, you're not getting the vibes, right? Of how powerful he is. So many people who are just like assuming Bomb is dead and he's still here. He's gone through some things though. Ooh, the like, what on earth did that boy go through all this time? Yeah. We've been through a few things. There's a couple. Like, can you think you can hear me if I shout? It's a screen. It's a screen. I love Evan so much. The sass. He's just so put out. Oh yes, we're being observed. So like you really can't get involved. Always, it's fascinating to be like, I know that part of the reason he's always in shadow is because of like the eyes. It makes the eyes like pop in terms of the artwork. But him being so shadowy aesthetically is just like, he's just lurking all the time. Yeah, way to play it cool. Play it off. We don't know him at all. What? Why would I know a regular? What? I just got orders. I got a name. It's fine. Yeah. There's a few things going on. Like did they drop from the sky, from the ceiling? Yeah, they did. Yeah. They took the express route. What a loud appearance. Oh, Bomb doesn't run away. That's just like, even when he probably should have. He's like, nah, I'm staying. I love the, yo, across. Like how they're fighting over who gets to talk to them first. How could you not take me with you? That's what I'm saying. Rock has separation issues. You can't do that to him. Dare you leave your leader behind? Khun's like, clock. He's like, there's madness happening around us. I get it. Everyone's kind of happy meeting everybody again. There's some tension. But he's like, I'm going to clock all these details, okay? I'm going to put it together. Plan in the works. I can feel it. He's changed in here. Oh yeah, no, we got hostages as well. We got some hostages. Are they going to be here in some capacity? Okay. This feels like a game show. I thought we were just going to like duke it out. You know, tournament style. Okay, we get points. Gotcha. Okay. Sure. Point saving. Gotcha. Random amount. That seems about right. Like chance. Okay. But weren't we gonna be like, hey, Bomb has to do this solo? Wasn't that what we went with before? There's a whole like speech moment about it with, we're like, hey, you're gonna have to do this on your own, right? And like Hwadang, who's like, hey, this is all you. But now it's like teams. I'm sure it'll shift at some point, but like, okay, so we got a limit. We got random amounts. I'm already lost. Yeah, we knew who the leaders were gonna be. Okay, so we're at final round. It's gonna be all you. But we got some support by our team before we get there. I mean, okay, that's a good point from Khun, who's just like, hey, they want us to be eliminated, right? So having some complicated rules. I mean, maybe it's because having like a dala, which like feels weird to say as an English speaker. Okay, but having that is very close to like money and currency, and my brain just always turns off when it comes to conversations of currency. My brain's just like, I don't know why. My brain just has no retention for anything that has to do with money, which is great. Being an adult, I function super well. Why all the free information? We don't gotta be like aggressive about it. Okay, calm down. Okay, so we need at least one. I like how it's like, oh, and you might lose your life. You know, maybe. And then we cut to Hoaqin of like, hey, I can just pick off people and steal their points. I'm just saying, wow. Like raining coins. Like, ooh, money. Like a rock's like, are they chocolate? That would be so much better, wouldn't it? Chocolate money I can understand. Okay. Khun, let's go. Big brain time. I'm just trusting you to figure this out. Catch game. Okay. Fishing of some kind. Okay. Who has the most? Oh, good. Oh, okay. That seems like a little bit of a different matchup. Is it actually random though? Oh. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Oh, sorry. Just like hit me that I'm like, oh, we're gonna have to deal with Rachel, right? And then we got Rachel and Khun. Sorry, I gotta like situate myself. I wasn't ready. I am though. I am. Just like pummel her. Put her in her place. Push her off of a ledge if you have to. Oh yeah, we have a death match happening. Slayer nominees, Foog. Yeah, cat's out of the bag a little bit with that one. I feel like we might have a little bit of a confrontation between these two groups. I mean, he's so much more like pushed back into the shadows at this point where he's like revealing what's happening, but also like he's more like he's barely there, right? Like that is the extent of his silhouette and like the one eye, right? Oh yeah, forgot that you didn't know. Bum is with Foog now. Awkward. Especially if you've heard of this VLA. Yeah, that's he. Yeah, there's also like the needle thorn thing as well. Yeah, that because he was at the workshop battles. Look, you've missed a lot. You've missed a few things. But yeah. Ooh, the fact of like he'll become your worst enemy and we're seeing his back. Yeah, slightly complicates things, right? Just like a little bit awkward going into everything with the whole he's with Foog or a princess of Jad. It's not awkward or weird at all. Look, I know we're dealing with like a revelation of some kind, but also like Khun, it's all you, my boy. I need you to just absolutely wipe the floor with Rachel. I need it to be a little bit ugly. I know Bum's right there and like friends and all that, and we're like hurting her in front of him. Probably not a good image, but like I need you to just let the demon win a little bit, just a tiny bit. Yeah, I know. It's the whole thing. You saying he's like not that strong? Oops. I feel like he's enjoying this. He's like, I like throwing you off kilter, adding in a factor that you couldn't have predicted. I think the reason she's freaking out so much is because there's like a part of her who's like, oh, that makes sense. But also like within the context of being like, oh, if he wins this, he's going to be the Slayer nominee for Foog. Like it's through this lens of like, Bum is voluntarily doing all of this, right? Like he's doing this because he wants to be the Slayer nominee, which I'm sure is also part of what is putting her off kilter, is because like that's not actually what's motivating Bum in this moment. What is motivating him is he's like, I need to continue up the tower. I also need to protect my friends who are being held hostage. And also I'm kind of going after Rachel, who was also part of this whole thing, right? Like he's like, he has so many other reasons to be here, and very much was like, I have decided I do not want to be Slayer nominee. I have thrown that title away. And Foog said, yeah, that's funny. That's cute. It's cute that you think you can do that. So I'm sure it is very unsettling for her in this moment. Interesting too, for him to like have all this information, for her to be looking for a regular, that's already weird, right? And even like Evan earlier being like, something seems fishy. Now I feel like he's gonna have to think that even more, because he's just like, okay, if you have all this stuff going on with Foog and we showed up and did not have that information of like knowing that VLA and Bum, same person, right? And using that as like a reason to be here in some capacity. And you knew that connection, and also let us stay here and see this whole match going down. There's got to be more going on, right? And she's gonna lash out. You can't lash out. You're not supposed to be here. Yeah, you don't have the authority that you would elsewhere. Yes, good job, Evan. Put all the pieces together. I also find it interesting that we have him pushed back so much in the shadows, or we see like the back of his chair when he's specifically like either talking to Foog members or like speaking about Foog, and then having other moments where he's talking and we can see him more in the light. It makes me feel like there's more going on. Like he isn't just like a blind follower. Like I feel like there's other things going on, and that's why he's obscured while talking about it, because him being like, I'm a follower, but he's deep in the shadows. You can't see his face. I don't think you can even like see his eyes in this, right? Like, so he's like super pushed back into the shadows and obscured, which makes me feel like there has to be more layers to his involvement. Yeah, we've already said that you're not allowed to interfere, so a match with you. Oh, they'll like lock her in. Girl, don't do it. Girl, don't do it. She's reckless though, so I feel like she's gonna, but don't. Yeah. Again, all of this turmoil with Lady Yuri of like trying to understand all of the pieces and not having all of them. And I'm sure that the one thing that she wants to do, even before finding out all this information, was to talk to Bum and find out what's been going on with him. And now I feel like she's very much going to be like, I need to know, is this information I have been given True. Yeah, and will they be able to meet him again? How long has it taken for them to meet him to this point, to like be this close again? I mean, girl, don't do it, but also we knew she was gonna. That's what was gonna happen. I was already like, I feel like there's gonna be a match between these two of some kind. Ooh, I love that switch. Like, again, shadow, obscured, eyes. Like, I love having that like shift, but also parallels between them, right? Because not only is it a nice shift like aesthetically between the two of like shifting that power or dynamic in this, but also it's like, hey, you and me, we're not that different, right? This is not going to be what you think it is. You're picking a fight with the Princess of Jihad and like the Lady Yuri. So good luck, my friend. Ooh, a hesitation of like, I am. Ooh, let's go. Don't worry. Look, last time we had to go up against Rachel in one of the tower's tests. Bomb, you died, technically. They're not so strong. Oh, okay, we got like a revenge thing going on too. Like, revenge here, revenge here. Khun's like, whom are you? I guess they've been separated, so he's like, I have no idea what your power set is or who you are. It's like, take revenge, and Khun's probably like, who is Tochi? Yeah, I assumed we were catching the sweet fish. Thank you for clarifying that for me. Okay, so we need this fish. Gotcha. Yeah, I was like, is this tiny and fast? It doesn't look dangerous. It's famous last words to be like, it doesn't look dangerous since it's small. Yes, okay, not killing it because we need the fish for some reason. It's like I said it and then I was like, it's like, you can't kill the fish, but you can kill each other. Power rules. I guess Hell Train rules. Oh, okay. We're focused on the you can kill the other people if you want. You're not gonna do well. I feel like we're supposed to stay focused on the fish and you're going off track. And I also feel like we haven't adopted you into the overall group dynamic. So I feel like you're expendable, which might not be in your favor for plot reasons. I mean, I too, on occasion, need a sugar charge. Ooh, these two just like not even paying attention to the revenge plot happening beside them, facing off. Ooh, stay focused. Don't get distracted, Khun. As much as I'm like, mop the floor with Rachel, also like win the game. Win the game and don't get emotional. That smirk of like, I'm gonna win, so you might as well go first and at least have a chance. I love how cocky he is. Go off, boy. Immediately going like, hey, remember when you killed all of my friends when I wasn't there? Which seems pointed, like you knew you couldn't do it if I was there. Yes, revenge for Dan. Dang, Khun just going off. He's just like, hey, you're useless. And you're on your own right now. You can't win this against me. Ooh, they're like, you were jealous of the legs of someone dying. Read her like a book, Khun. Do it, because I can't. She's fiction and I don't live in this world. Thank God, I would not last. But also, like, I feel like he's also kind of trying to rile her up, right? Because if she's angry, she won't be focused, right? Dang, boy. Yeah, we're just raging. Honestly, I support you. Girl, bye. You don't got this. He's also like goading her, right? Being like, hey, you go first so I can see what doesn't work. I'm assuming it's harder than it looks. So I'm going to see what you do. And then I'm going to not do that. I'm going to try something else. No, in Khun we trust. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Also being like, hey, this tiny fish, too big. Ooh, dang! Let's go! Did we know what a sweet fish was? Did we know what was going on? Because that feels like a very cleverly, cool-headed trap right there. See? In Khun we trust. I'm like, I don't know what your plan is. I don't know what's happening, but I trust that you got this. Not for a second was I like, yeah, Rachel's gonna get... Nah. Ooh, compressed. Nice. Yeah, he knew. Mm-hmm. Big brain. I have to swoop in though because Bomb cares about Rachel. Are we gonna have to save her? Because we have to keep the fish alive. Yeah. Fine. I get it. I mean, we let her get eaten by a fish before. Him saving her though, also kind of good. Like, hey, remember when I said you couldn't do this? Yeah. Ooh, you needed me? Ooh, you were gonna like get yourself killed without my help? Like, know that you're only alive right now, uninjured, because I was strong enough to do that. Let's go. Ooh, they're like, I will take them all from you. Satisfying. Not what I was calling for, but he read her to filth, won the game, put her in her place. It's gonna eat away. It's gonna like worm her way into her brain. And Bomb's not mad at him. Well done. Good job. Excellent. Like, oh, also that guy whose legs you were jealous of, that like while he was dying, you injured him. Yeah, he's alive. He's healed and he's better than you. Like just salt in the wound. Dang. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I just need someone to put her in her place, right? I need someone to just read her and be like, this is what you are. Excellent. Beautiful. I'm so happy for him. And this is why Khun is one of my favorite characters. It's why like early on I was like, him though. I was a little suspicious, not gonna lie, the beginning, because he has evil villain vibes. But as long as they are not pointed towards us, I'm all for it. I'm so proud and smug right now. Like, I'm just like, not only did our team win this round, right? We're gonna check on the other revenge plot for Tochi that we had going on, see how that turned out at some point. But I love that not only did we win, we've got the sweet fish, which we need for the preceding rounds, but any day that we can knock Rachel down. Oh, so good, because I feel like we've had so many points up to this where whenever there has been any kind of like maybe victory or at least interaction with Rachel, there's always been this feeling of like, we didn't quite best her, right? Like even just getting onto the hell train earlier, they won, right? Like they got on the train, right? Or even earlier on of like interactions like super early on when, you know, Bomb got pushed and didn't make it out of the test back in season 1, you know, all of these little moments of meeting up with Rachel and having her kind of get the best of everyone. Like, again, even with like Khun, right? Like she killed off a bunch of his team and left, got away, right? So there have been so many moments in which either we full out lost or we were like behind, or something has happened to interfere with our progress. I say we like I am part of this. I feel like I am, okay, in this moment. But, you know, she has impeded that progress in some way, right? Like she has had some kind of negative effect. And getting this moment, this beautiful, glorious moment of which she completely lost. Like there was no challenge. She did not win. She did not interfere. Khun was completely in control the whole time and got exactly what he wanted and was like, hey, you can keep going. You can try and get as many things as you could possibly desire. You could try and get absolutely every little thing you've ever wanted. And every time you think you're about to get it in your own hands, I'm going to take it from you. That is what is going to happen because you decided that. You picked a fight with the wrong person. And I'm like, yes, take that, Rachel. You suck. Ugh, I needed that. I needed that. I know it's going to get stressful as we go through more of this, you know, match thing. I'm excited to see what Lady Yuri's got up her sleeve for us. But that's like the best thing that's happened in a long time in this series. And I'm just going to ride that high for a little bit. Hope you enjoyed reading that along with me. You can click this place to go into my previous reactions, or you can subscribe to this next time I post a Tower of God video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.